Good evening, and thanks for tuning in to News 20. I'm Shay Simon.
And I'm Aaliyah Wilkerson.
The suspect who shot a store clerk in Cairo is still at large despite being caught on camera. The crime occurred at about 9 p.m. Friday evening at Hud's Mini Mart on 5th Street. Officials say surveillance video shows the man shot the clerk at point-blank range and got away without robbing the mini mart. The gunman was wearing a black jacket, white polo shirt, red skull cap, and dark-colored gloves. Anyone with information on the case is asked to contact the Georgia Bureau of Investigation at 229-225-4090.
Our crime report continues as we turn now to an update on the Bainbridge stabbing that occurred earlier this month. According to Bainbridge Public Safety, Journey Cheyenne Bell has turned herself in connection to the stabbing, which took place Thursday at a residence on Chasen Street in Bainbridge. Neighbors called police when they heard loud noises and the sound of glass breaking. Akeem Miller was found laying on the back steps of the residence. His shirt was soaked in blood. Miller was rushed to the hospital due to his injuries. Bell is being charged with aggravated assault for her role in the stabbing.
In Florida, Highway Patrol is reporting 3 people have died in a crash on Interstate 95 near the Indian River exit. 2 vehicles collided last night at about 6 p.m. not far from mile marker 143 after a Ford Mustang, which was headed northbound, crossed the median and entered the southbound lanes where it collided with a 2012 Cadillac SRX. 3 people died and 1 person survived the crash.
Well, it was a day like no other in Tallahassee after an Instagram post brought many to the Capitol to protest against a well-known white supremacist group. Multi-skilled journalist Belinda J. Wesley got a first-hand look at the action.
The crowd in uproar, fighting against everything that surrounds hate, racism, and bigotry, showing white supremacy is unwelcomed in Tallahassee. League of the South, a white supremacist group, brought in the new year with a rally at the Capitol.
Are you the superior race?
Southern Poverty Law Center says the league capitalizes on intimidation and political violence. President of LOL's Michael Hall explains he wants Florida to change.
The South would be better off as its own nation and not ruled by either party from Washington, D.C. We believe in local self-control.
Tyler Watkins, a member of the LOS group, was recently arrested in Florida and charged with beating a man almost to death at the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville in August. If you're hearing all this sound, that is the protesters from multiple groups here at the historical Tallahassee Capitol, where, as you can see behind me, the white supremacist group has just came and police have already made a barricade, like a line where they are not able to cross over for safety reasons.
Because they're white supremacists and they're here to spread their white supremacist values, to celebrate Confederate monuments, and we're here to say that's simply not who we're here.
By the final hour, protesters had LOS surrounded by both ends and outnumbered them by many. In Tallahassee, Belinda J. Wesley, News 20.
Rallies such as this have been held in multiple areas across the southern region of this country. Tallahassee Mayor Andrew Gillum has come out to support legalizing recreational marijuana. With more on that, we go to Ashley Flete, who is live right here in the studio.
Yes, and he did so via tweet, Aaliyah. He tweeted, "Legalize it, tax it, use the revenue to fix Florida's public schools." Gillum is the only candidate for governor who has advocated for full legalization of the drug. And not far behind him is candidate Philip Levine, who decriminalized marijuana as mayor of Miami Beach, and Orlando businessman Chris King, who asked for a special legislative session to pass medical marijuana laws just last year. Florida voted to allow medical marijuana in 2016, and that's all the information I have for you now. Live in the studio, I'm Ashley Flete. Now back to you at the desk.
Thanks for that report, Ashley. You may have seen the volunteers around town, and now their hard work has paid off. The amendment to restore felons' voting rights is officially on Florida's 2018 ballot, thanks to the almost 800,000 Floridians who signed the petition and the Floridians for a Fair Democracy Committee. Citizens will now vote on if voting rights will be restored to felons who have completed their sentences, parole, probation, and paid restitution. The Voting Restoration Amendment will appear on the ballot as Amendment 4, and if passed, will apply to more than 1.5 million Floridians, excluding murderers and sex offenders. City Commissioner Gil Ziffer is dropping out of Tallahassee's 2018 mayoral race, he announced via statements to the media. His announcement comes as rumors swirl that Florida State Senator Bill Munford is being groomed for the role. Ziffer has thrown his support behind Munford and has gone so far as to endorse him in an interview with the Tallahassee Democrat. He will not be running for re-election as city commissioner after 9 years at the post and is calling this the end of his political career. Ziffer said he had no intention to run for any office again.
If you ever wanted to ride a bike without the hassle of a huge financial responsibility, well, look no further. Tallahassee's new bike share program is one that is forcing people to keep up the pace from their phones. Pace by pace, rack by rack, place by place. Pace Bicycles is a new bike sharing initiative.
I actually ridden them last week.
People in Tallahassee are anxious to take a ride, whether it's night, rain, or shine.
I downloaded the app called Pace Bike. What you do is you're gonna go outside, you're gonna find a bike. So once you find a bike, you're gonna sync it. So you sync your information to the bike, and so it unlocks. So when it unlocks, it says ready to go.
Pace bikes are equipped with all the bells and whistles. According to Elena Baum, the goal is to keep residents as active as possible.
Tallahassee is one of the few large cities in the country that doesn't have a bike sharing program, so that's one piece. Second is with FSU right here, as well as the state capitol, we thought there would be a great appetite for biking and bike sharing to reduce congestion for traffic and parking, as well as promote healthy kind of lifestyle for residents and tourists.
It costs $1 for 30 minutes, and if you want to stay connected, it's just a click and a download away through the app on your device. According to Elena, the company is continuing to develop new ways to please their customers. I actually had the opportunity to hop on a Pace bike, and it was an exhilarating experience, definitely an exercise I will continue to use.
And there's much more to come on News 20.
We will have a preview of what's expected in the State of the Union address. Also, the latest in international news, weather, and sports. Stay tuned. You're watching News 20.